Dear students, welcome to 10th standard. In 10th standard social science, now we are going to learn geography part. You have two volumes in social. In first volume, you are going to study 5 lessons. Your first lesson is India, location, relief and drainage. Second lesson is climate and natural vegetation of India. This lesson is about factors responsible for climate, then different seasons in our country and rainfall distribution, also about different types of natural vegetation and about wildlife in India. Your third lesson is components of agriculture. It is about different types of soil, importance of irrigation and also agriculture and problem faced by the farmers in India. Fourth lesson is resource and industries. This lesson is about resource and their types, distribution of industries and also resources and also problems of Indian industry. Your last fifth lesson is India, population, transport, communication and trade. This lesson is about levels of urbanization and its impact and also different modes of transport, types of communication and nature of trade in India. Dear students, before entering into the lesson, I just want to remind you that please maintain a separate book and note down all the points which are being presented in this study material video, because at the end of this video there are few questions to answer. If you note down the important points in a separate book, it will be easy for you to answer those given questions at the end of the video. The important thing is submit the notebook when school reopens. Let's start our lesson. First lesson is India, location, relief and drainage. In the topic location, we will learn India's absolute and relative location in the world. Relief means different types of landforms and then drainage is about water bodies. Let's see the introduction. India is the seventh largest country in the world and second in Asia. From the continent Asia, India is separated by the Himalayan mountains. India covers 2.4% area of the world. Our country is surrounded by, in north side, China, Nepal, Bhutan, in east, Bangladesh and Myanmar, in south, Indian Ocean and west, Pakistan. In this map, you can understand Afghanistan in the northwest, Pakistan in the west, China, Nepal, Bhutan in north, Bangladesh and Myanmar in east, Indian Ocean in south. India shares its border with these countries. Indian Ocean is divided into two arms, namely Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. India shares its largest border with Bangladesh, that is 4,156 kilometers, and shortest border with Afghanistan, that is 106 kilometers. See the map. India and Sri Lanka is separated by the Palk Strait, which is narrow sea. Narrow sea and shallow sea which separate India and Sri Lanka is called Palk Strait. Along with all these countries, India is also called subcontinent. The countries are Pakistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Myanmar. Along with all these countries, India is also called subcontinent. Next is India and the world. India located between East and West Asia. Indian Ocean connects in West Europe, Africa and West Asia, in East, Southeast and East Asia. It helping our country to create close contact with these countries. Next is location and extent. India is located in northeastern hemisphere, the southernmost point of the country. That is, when you consider our whole country, including the Union territories, it is located in Andaman and Nicobar, and this point is also called Indra Point. In our mainland, the southernmost point is located in Kanyakumari, and this point is also called Cape Comorin. See the map, the north to south extension. That is the difference between from Kanyakumari to Jammu and Kashmir. The distance is 3214 kilometers. Likewise, from east to west, the distance is 2933 kilometers. It is calculated from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh. From this map, you can clearly understand the Tropic of Cancer will divide our country into two halves. Next, Indian Standard Time. Students, you know many countries have different times. Do you know how the time can be calculated? Already you studied about latitude and longitude in your previous class. The time is calculated by the longitudes which passes in that specific country. Based on the longitude degree, the time will be calculated. Here, a difference of 1 degree longitude will make 4 minutes different. See the map. The longitude degree in Gujarat is 68 degrees 7 minutes and in Arunachal Pradesh is 97 degree 25 minutes. So there is 29 degree 18 minutes difference in longitude. If you calculated the difference between these two longitudes, the time will be vary up to 1 hour 57 minutes 12 seconds, nearly 2 hours. In order to avoid this difference, Indian Standard Time is calculated. For that, we take central meridian of India, that is 82 degree 30 minutes east longitudes, which passes through Mirzapur. Based on this, our Indian Standard Time is 5.30 hours ahead of Greenwich meridian. Your next topic is major physiographic divisions of India, that is different types of landforms which is present in our country. Let's imagine our country, the majestic Himalayan peaks in north, the beautiful beaches in the south, the great Indian desert in the west, and the breathtaking natural heritage in the east, which makes our country very beautiful and colorful. There is varied nature of physiographic divisions in India. Though the country has many landforms, based on the major differences, it is divided into the following 5 physiographic divisions. They are the Himalayan mountains, the Great Northern Plains, the Peninsular Plateau, the Indian Desert, the Coastal Plain, the Island. First, we will see the Himalayan mountains. The Himalayan mountains is also called Northern Mountains, which consist of the youngest and the loftiest mountain chains in the world. Why it is called youngest and loftiest means because they have been formed only few million years ago, and also they were formed because of the folding of the earth crust due to tectonic activity. The term Himalaya is derived from Sanskrit, which means the abode of snow. The northern mountains, that is, the Himalayan mountains, is divided into 3 divisions. They are the Trans Himalayas, Himalayas, and Eastern or Purvanchal Hills. The Trans Himalayas is also known as Western Himalayas or Tibetan Himalayas. It lies in Jammu and Kashmir and Tibetan Plateau. Most of the part is located in Tibetan Plateau. So it is called Tibetan Himalayas. The Himalayas, it constitutes the core part, that is the center part of northern mountains. It is an young fold mountain. It consists of many ranges. It is divided into three main divisions. One is Greater Himalayas, the Lesser Himalayas and the Sivaliks. This is the exact location of Himalayan mountains. It acts as a natural barrier to the cold polar wind and also control the monsoon wind. The Himalayas run for 2,400 kilometers and has an average width of 400 kilometers in Kashmir to 150 kilometers in Arunachal Pradesh. It is the world's highest mountain range and as many as 140 peaks which are taller than 4,800 meters. The highest among them is Mount Everest, which lies along Nepal-China border and has a height of 8,848 meters. The Himalayan range is not a single range. It consists of three parallel mountain ranges from north to south. They are the Great Himalayas or Himadri, the Lesser Himalayas or Himachal, and the Outer Himalayas or Shivaliks. So first we will see the Great Himalayas. It is also called Himadri. It is the tallest of the three ranges, is the northernmost range of the Himalayas. It always snow-capped and hence named Himadri. It is most continuous range of three ranges. Next one is the Lesser Himalayas. It lies south of the Himadri or the Great Himalayas, runs parallel to the Himadris in the east-west direction. It is discontinuous range. These hills are combined together called Purvanchal Hills. Next, importance of Himalayas. Himalayas blocks southwest monsoon wind and causes heavy rainfall to North India. It forms a natural barrier to the subcontinent. It is the source of many perennial rivers like Indus, Ganges, Brahmaputra, etc. The northern mountains are described as the paradise of tourists due to its natural beauty. It provides raw material for many forest-based industries. It prevents the cold wind blowing from the Central Asia and protects India from severe cold. Himalayas are renowned for rich biodiversity. Students, this portion is over. Here, there are few questions. Try to answer these questions and don't forget to note down all these questions in your notebook. The questions are: the north and south extension of India is dash. The southernmost point of India is dash. Dash separates India from Sri Lanka. Himalayas blocks dash monsoon winds. Why Himalayas are called young fold mountains? Try to answer these questions. Thank you, children.